Hi everyone, today I have day 9 of my December daily and I'm going to apologize at the very beginning of this video. This first page on the left is going to be a little bit blurry. I'm not sure if my camera just wasn't focusing or what was going on with this, but I apologize for that. But hopefully a little bit throughout the video it will turn back and you will be able to see a little bit more focused page. So I'm really sorry about that, but there was nothing I could do. I tried a few different things and I could not get it to look any better on the screen. So hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much, or if you want to, you can fast forward about a minute or two into the video and you won't have to see all of this blurriness. So anyway, looking at this page, this is going to be the left-hand side and it's going to be two 4x6s, and this layout is going to focus on my Christmas cards that I received. The first picture at the top left is our elf on the shelf. She went around and put bows all over the kitchen. So that is what that picture is. And then the rest of the layout is going to be about Christmas cards. So that bottom 4x6 card has a picture of one of the Christmas cards I received, and I am putting that on 4x6 card. And on the right hand side, I'm going to end up making a little pocket page to house all of my mini Christmas cards that I made. And I'll talk a little bit more of that when I get to it. So right now I'm just taking some of that gold and craft washi tape and I am putting it in a couple different places to accent the layouts. And for this one, I thought that number 9 sticker was a little plain. So what I decided to do was put some pop dots or foam dots behind it and stick it on this Claus and Company peaked circle frame, and I thought that just made it stand out just a little bit more than just having that regular green 9 circle. So I did that, and then I just added that to the top, and I'm going to end up journaling on that top card. Now I'm working on the bottom card. I've already added that piece of washi tape, and I am adding a little snowflake that I stamped with gold, or with Versamark, and then heated with my gold embossing powder. And I'm just adhering that down with my Scotch Quick Dry in my fine liner bottle. And I've been finding that that is working pretty well because these pieces are pretty small. So it ends up adding a pretty thin layer of glue around the entire piece, and you don't really end up seeing the glue very well or very much. So now I'm just trying to find something else to put in that bottom card, and I'm going to end up working and choosing, not working, but choosing a star. And it's going to be that little green star there. I'm just going to add some of my dot runner adhesive there. And then I'm looking at these brads to see if there's anything that I want to use on this from the brad pack. And then I decide against that, and I'm going to go with this star or a snowflake. Let me see, I can't remember. I may keep it just like the way it is. Oh no, I'm going to actually take some of these wood veneer stars and emboss them. So I'm going to get Versamark on the back of the star or on the front of the star, and I'm going to emboss them with gold embossing powder, and you'll see that a little bit later in the clip. But right now I'm going to pick a phrase sticker to stick down, and I'm just trimming this up because it had some of the colors from the other parts of the sticker sheet. So I'm just trimming that up, and it says fa la 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 la, and I'm just going to stick that down there in that little cluster. And now I'm just looking around, and again, I've been doing this a lot lately on this layout, just trying to fiddle around, figure out what I could possibly use from the sticker sheet and different things like that, because I have a lot of stuff and I want to be able to use it up. So what I am doing is just trying to figure out what are the best things, and I decided to use this phrase sticker that says unwrap the season. And I thought that was good because it was bows all over the kitchen with the little elf. And I just fishtailed the end of that phrase sticker and then stuck it down on that top card. So here's where I'm going to take my Versamark and my gold embossing powder and emboss those little stars. And I'm just using a detailed embossing powder from Stampendous. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to start these, and then I'm going to fast forward so you don't have to watch me do the whole embossing. I'm sure you guys know how to do that. If you do have any questions about that though, please let me know. So I'll fast forward here in just a second and I'll show you what the finished product looks like. And I did dip them twice, and I think sometimes that makes them look like they have a little bit nicer finish. So there you go. And they look almost kind of a plasticky finish. So I'm going to add those to that card with my Scotch Quick Dry just in a couple different places. And I believe that's going to be pretty much it for this side, except for the journaling that I need to do. And now the video looks a little bit better in focus, so hopefully it's not as annoying as it was a minute ago. And I just did all my journaling on that right hand side and underlined it, and I'm going to show you some close-ups here. And you can see I just popped that up, and there are those little gold stars that I adhere down, and then the rest of the images. And now I'm going to move on to the pocket page, and I'm just using a what is it called, like a 6x8 or 6.5 by 8.5 card that came in the Clausen Company kit. And what I am doing is I'm going to make a pocket at the bottom, and I'm going to kind of use those pictures on right there to kind of judge how big I need the pocket to be. So I'm going to cut this out, and this is kind of a calamity of errors because I thought, oh, I'm just going to make this one simple pocket, and then I thought, oh no, I'm going to make a shaker card or a shaker little pocket, and I don't end up showing you this whole entire thing because it didn't really help you guys if you wanted to know how to make this. So I thought I would just cut a lot of this out because basically I decided to make this pocket, and then since I decided to do the shaker card after I already started this pocket, I had to kind of fiddle with it and just kind of rig it up to make it work. So I'm going to show you the finished product and a little bit of the process, but I'm not going to go into too much detail just because you wouldn't want to do what I did because it didn't work out really that well. So I would say to decide what you want to do first. And if you're going to make a little pocket with the shaker, make sure you get the two pieces of vellum cut at the beginning, and put the shaker material in, and then tape the two sides. Because what I did was I taped all around this vellum piece first because I wasn't going to make a shaker, and then later on I decided to do the shaker. So here I'm just taping on the washi tape that mimics the left hand side, and you're going to see here where I'm going to take that other piece of vellum and put it down and fill in this shaker with my glitter and embossing powder and things like that, because I wanted to use some of that red sparkly embossing powder because I didn't have any red glitter. And so like I said, I'm going to show you a little bit of this, but I recommend definitely making the entire pocket and then taping all the way around it instead of trying to rig it like I did. Here's some of that gold chunky glitter that I got from Target, and I'm just adding some of this powder. This is the powder that I use for embossing a lot of times to keep the static off of the paper so that it doesn't stick where you don't want it to stick. Because since it's so staticky, I didn't want the glitter to just stick to the pocket. I wanted to kind of move a little more freely, so I thought using this powder might help that. And like I said, I'm just using this embossing powder. I know it's not really just glitter, but I thought, hey, it works and I can use it here anyway. So you're going to see me kind of put this together, and then you'll see that I fast forward it and show you kind of what the end product looks like here in just a few minutes. So there you go, it's all done. You can see the glitter shaking around in the card. And now I'm going to adhere to the pocket, and I just did that using some of my glossy accents because I thought that would stick the best. So I'm adding this little chipboard postcard sticker here because I thought it was appropriate with using the little Christmas cards that I have. And here I just am sticking all those little Christmas cards in the pocket, and what I ended up doing was taking pictures of all the Christmas cards that I received that had pictures of friends and family on them, and I shrunk them down and mounted them on white cardstock and then just used them in the pocket instead of keeping all of the individual larger cards. I thought this worked perfectly, and then I can incorporate it in my December daily. So now I am taking some stamps from Ellie Edwards, and it's going to say family and friends, and I'm going to stamp that on this pocket, move away some of the little glitter, and stamp it on the pocket with Versamark, and then emboss it with gold embossing powder. And I think this ends up turning out really nice. And I'm just using my little anti-static tool here again just to make sure that it doesn't leave any extra residue of the embossing powder anywhere on the pocket besides where I want it. And like I said, I'm using the detailed Stampendous in the gold, and I'm just making sure I get off all the excess there. And I'm just going to heat that with my heat tool. And because I had some of that red embossing powder in there too, I just wanted to make sure all of that was to the top of the pocket so that I wouldn't end up gluing the pocket shut with that embossing powder. So there you go. You can see that I ended up getting that all down, and now the shaker is moving around freely, and then all of my little Christmas cards can fit in. So there's a close-up of that, and you can see the glitter that moves around, and I thought that turned out really, really nice. Again, like I said, it probably wasn't the best execution of a pocket, but it ended up working out. So thank you guys so much for watching. The still photos are here coming up, and I want to thank you guys, and if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Have a great day. Bye.